Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the third installment of what I like to call What I Read Wednesdays, where we take a look at some of the most interesting books that I can find and analyze them. In today's episode, we're going to be diving back into the Tess Holliday book, Take Up Space, Y'all. I'm going to be reading through it as well as providing my opinion on the various things in it. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. Where we left off was where she was starting to talk about the wellness industry making money. A whopping $5.6 trillion annually. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, and then she was talking about how content creators try to promote health and healthy lifestyles online, which sounds good, but those concepts are vague, mean different things to different people, and are often completely contradictory when it comes to body size. Some say you should put on muscle, but others say don't get too bulky or veiny. Some say you should lose weight, but others say not to be too skinny. Some say they value thick physiques, but only promote certain body types. Some say to get your legs big and strong, but no dimples or stretch marks allowed. Some say you should work out daily, but others say don't be obsessed about it. Okay, yes, there are a lot of different people saying a lot of different things online. I think the important thing is to not focus on all of these different things at once and get yourself all discombobulated. She's like, do I lose weight? Do I gain weight? Do I want thick thighs? Do I want thick calves? Calm down. Calm down. And that says nothing about the comments on the posts. Find a post of someone working hard on a treadmill and there are dozens of trolls telling them they sweat too much or are wearing the wrong gym clothes. No. I've never seen somebody sweating at the gym and I'm like, what are you doing? Dude, this guy's over here sweating. What the heck? Mark, what are you even doing? You start giving people a hard time for sweating or wearing the wrong outfit? It sounds like this person has never been to the gym. They're like, they're gonna make fun of you for sweating or wearing the wrong gym clothes. The wrong gym clothes? What does that mean? Jeans is actually the only thing you're really not allowed to wear in there. I guess it messes up the machines or something. I never really understood that. The jeans that I have aren't that hardcore to where they're gonna rip a hole in the seat of the gym equipment, but whatever, they don't allow it. And even if you decide to go hard at the gym and forget about anyone who might post videos of your efforts, you might feel like you're not quite doing it. Why are we trying to discourage people from working out? First, we're saying that people are going to make fun of you for sweating too much or wearing the wrong gym clothes. Now we're saying that people might post videos of your efforts. So we're trying to discourage people from going to the gym and working out. Bad stuff might happen. Don't go in there. Like, are you sure? Because this is reading like somebody that's never been to the gym. I've never experienced any of this at the gym. Dude, this guy's over here sweating when he's working out. What? This is crazy. They did make me leave because my shorts were way too short and tight that one time, but we don't really talk about that. We don't need to talk about that. You might feel like you're not doing it quite right because you should do less cardio and more weights. Or was it more high-intensity interval training and less yoga? Or no yoga and more running? So by the time you make up your mind to even go for a walk, you're terrified that you're doing it all wrong. So why even try? We seem to be having a serious mental breakdown when we're just trying to do some simple exercise. I don't think it needs to be this deep. I don't think it needs to be this complicated. We could go for a simple walk. We don't need to start freaking out about high-intensity interval training and people filming us at the gym. Sound familiar? No. None of this sounds familiar, Tess. Whoever wrote this has never been in the gym before. Sound familiar? Yeah, trust us, we get it. For some creators, it's not really about health at all. It's only about body image. We don't know that. The way you look at your body, the feelings and judgments you have about your body and what you think other people believe about your body is called your body image. Your body image can sometimes be negative, which creates feelings of shame, distress, or general uggness, but it can also be positive or even neutral, where you don't really think too much about the vehicle you're driving around. Some people on social media take advantage of negative body image, but if you know what to look for, you can weed out messaging that can damage it. Ask yourself these 3 questions before trusting a content creator. Are they qualified to give advice? Any rando in stretch tights can post health content. Look for respected doctors and coaches with certifications, and even then, don't listen to them if they answer yes to questions 2 and 3. Okay, so you're saying only listen to qualified professionals online, not just any rando in a pair of sweatpants. Okay, fairly sound advice, I would say. Number 2, do their promises seem too good to be true? If so, they probably are. I can change your life in 10 days for $39.99 is a sales pitch, not a fact. Okay, that is true. Number 3, does their content make you feel ashamed about your body in some way? Block, report, tell the algo to stop showing you this stuff. A person who truly wants to help you live your best life gives advice that is backed up by science and never makes you feel ashamed of your body. Okay, I believe I went over a little bit of this in the last video, but we're starting off right here and covering a little bit of it again before we move forward. Let's talk about health. According to the World Health Organization, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity, and that means different things for different people. According to our pediatrician consultant, Dr. Niga Duvikas, physical health is made up of a lot of things, which very obviously means that we can't tell a person's health by their body shape or size. People driving Ferraris around can be healthy, unhealthy, or somewhere in between. People driving Ford F-150s can be healthy, unhealthy, or somewhere in between. A small body is not necessarily healthy. A large body is not necessarily unhealthy. Well, that is true. You can't always tell somebody's health by looking at them, but typically signs of good health do have physical attributes to them. A large body is not necessarily unhealthy. According to doctors, obesity itself is a disease and is unhealthy and lends itself to a myriad of other unhealthy conditions which limit our mobility and lower our quality of life. A thin person might have some sort of underlying condition that you cannot see. You don't really know, but a larger person does have the condition of obesity, which can be easily seen with our eyes. And I'm not saying we should judge anybody or be mean to them. I'm just saying some medical conditions you can actually see. The Ferrari might have problems, or it might not. From the outside, it appears to be functioning properly. The genetics of size. The wellness machine likes to say that your size is always a direct result of your habits. If you're big, you must wallow around on the couch and eat stacks of cheeseburgers at midnight. That's what people think if somebody is big. They specifically wallow around on the couch and eat stacks of cheeseburgers. At midnight, specifically. If you're thin, you must run 16 miles a day and guzzle smoothies made of poached chicken and wheatgrass. I love how confused we are about what health even is. Like, it's always some crazy extreme thing like wellness smoothies and chicken, running 20 miles a day. Like, you have to do all this crazy stuff to be healthy. Like, that's really hilarious. This book makes it seem like it is so hard to be healthy and tries to make you scared that other people are going to judge you at the gym. That's what I'm getting from this. Like, oh my God, all this stuff is going to happen. And the wellness industry is huge. And you can't really trust these people. You got to really make sure they're trustworthy. Like, we're just really trying to find any excuse to not better our lives. That's what this sounds like. Harvard researchers say that's silly. Harvard? Oh. Okay. While habits can impact overall health, body size isn't necessarily a reflection of the habits you have. Well, it's a reflection of the way that you eat and move your body, I would say, which are habits. No. One guy who runs every day might be bigger and have more fat cells than another guy who's never worked out in his life. Genetics are a thing. No, you actually put on fat from eating excess calories. Fat doesn't come from genetics. Adipose tissue is actually energy that the body has stored when it has consumed excess calories to be used at a later time. It doesn't come from genetics. That doesn't make sense. Because our parents ate, we don't have to eat ever again? That's what we're implying when we say our weight is genetic. I gained all my weight from my dad. He ate a lot back in the day. And here I am stuck with it. Like, that's what you mean when you say your weight is genetic. That's all it could mean. Like, and it's weird to say that it's genetic because people who stop eating all experience the same result. And people that eat in excess all experience the same result. So there's really no genes about it. Where your body stores the fat is genetic. If your mom had a big, thick, juicy booty, that's where all of her fat went. You'll have a big, thick, juicy booty. If your mom had a flat butt, man, what the hell? Come on, Mom, what are you doing? What are you leaving me with out here? Come on, man! Sorry, let me focus. Genetics are a thing. You can't always out-habit DNA. Dude, what are you talking about? You can't remain obese without intaking calories. What are you talking about? You can't always out-habit DNA that tells fat cells to sit tight because they just might be needed. Some folks in bigger bodies descended from ancestors who needed to store fat to stay alive through famines, and those genes swam on down through history and landed in their cells. Some folks descended from ancestors who needed to store fat to stay alive through famines. We all descended from people who stored fat for times of famine. That's why your body stores fat. It wasn't just some people, and those people are larger today. Everybody has the same mechanism of storing fat. Oh, this is going to be a multiple cup of coffee type of video. I feel like this is making me dumber by the minute, and I don't have a whole lot of brain cells to spare, so those genes swam on down through history and landed in their cells. In fact, this is 80% of the reason some people are in bigger bodies. 80% of the reason is because of our ancestors surviving famines. I love how specific we get. You sure it's not 82%? I think it might be 82.3 specifically. The myth is that bigger size equals poor health, bad habits, and a lack of effort. That can be true for some people, but researchers disagree that it's true for all people, and those of us on the sidelines cannot tell the difference between the two. Side note, it's also none of our business why anyone is thin, thick, or anything in between. Just saying. Right, it is none of our business, but it's also definitely not magic. Nobody has gained weight from magical genetics passed down from their ancestors. One of my ancestors was a Viking, so I started growing a horn out of my ass. I'm sorry, that's just freaking weird now. I'm just being weird and random and weird, and that doesn't even make any sense. Whatever, shut up. Top goals for physical wellness. So if you can't tell how healthy you are based on the space you take up on the couch, what do pediatricians like Dr. Duvakas say to pay attention to? Pediatricians? Okay, so this is a doctor for children who's pushing health at every size rhetoric. Number 1, moving your body daily. Number 2, understanding how your body works. Number 3, making informed choices about your body. Number 4, feeling capable while moving. Number 5, recognizing when your body feels off in some way. Number 6, eating foods that make you feel good and drinking enough water. Eating foods that make you feel good? But some of the tastiest foods that we eat are actually considered a treat, and if we eat them in excess, it's bad for us. We don't want to just eat food that makes us feel good. We should probably eat food that is actually healthy for our body, regardless of how we feel about it emotionally. Emotionally, I just want to sit around eating chocolate chip cookies all day, but is that going to be the healthiest thing for my body? How is that going to make me feel later? We can't be caught up in the short-term feelings that food brings us without thinking of the consequences later. How is this going to make me feel later? How is this going to affect my energy levels? How is this going to affect my overall health? Sleeping enough for your age, preventing illness and injury. I like how preventing illness and injury is in there after talking about eating foods that feel good. Managing health conditions, that's also funny. Seeing a doctor when you need to. Most of us probably aren't paying attention to this list all the time. That's why it's a list of goals, not mandates for the perfect life or anything like that. Plus, how people approach these goals is different for everyone because people are, wait for it, different. Shocking, we know. I really don't like being talked down to by Kelly Coon and Tess Holliday, especially when you're saying stuff that's really ridiculous. People are, wait for it, different. I do not care for that writing style. You're talking down to me. Wait for it. I don't need you to tell me, wait for it, here comes the surprise, oh boy. Please stop talking to me this way. For example, Tess moves her body 20 minutes a day while someone else might go for 45 minutes. What does moves her body mean? What? Some people prevent illness by scrubbing their hands often and eating a wide variety of foods, while others need to take medication to stay out of the hospital. Health decisions are as individual as people are, and none of us should judge another's health level for any reason, least of all their size. Okay, and now we're getting to Tess's advice for living in a larger body. This is what I came for. Baby, this is what I came for. Lightning strikes every time that he reads. Everybody's looking at her, but he's looking at you. You. Sorry about that. Tess's advice for living in a larger body. If you are in a thicker body, you're not alone, not by a long shot, even if it feels that way. Here's some of Tess's advice to help make it easier. Number 1, use a smoothing stick like Body Glide or Mega Babe Thigh Rescue to prevent chafing between thighs or under your arms. Oh dude, thigh chafing and body rubbing is one of the worst things. Number 2, keep all the little dips and bumps in your body clean and dry to prevent rashes. If you get a rash, get medical help before it becomes a problem. Okay, so it sounds like this living in a larger body thing comes with a lot of extra stuff that we have to do. Number 3, stretch, even if you can't do any other movement that day. Okay, do some stretches. Number 4, big people need proper, stable footwear. Okay, that's a good one. Don't be screwing around with those heels. You know what I mean? Number 5, live your life. You're allowed to have fun exactly as you are right now. Wait, I am? I'm allowed to have fun? Woo! Party! Ow! Nobody ever told me that before. I had no idea. I'm sorry. Number 6, not to be that girl, but take up space. It's the title from the book. Remember back in TV shows when sometimes they would mention the name of the TV show and you would get all excited? They'd be like, yeah, well, that's just what life is like as a G.I. Joe. And you're like, oh, the name of the show is G.I. Joe. Oh, they did it, but they did it in book 4. Oh my God. When you're in a larger body, people can try to make you feel bad about needing a bigger seat or more room in a photo. Don't apologize for existing in the body you live in. People can try to make you feel bad about needing a bigger seat? You mean people will give you a hard time about spilling into their seat? That's what I got from that. I like to move it, move it. Moving your body is a good thing. It can be a joy. It's most certainly a privilege, and most of us... It's a privilege? And most of us can do it in big or small ways. We see you if you're not in the most category, where you can't move your body for whatever reason, feeling pressured to move when you don't want to or when you simply can't because of illness, injury, health, or any other reason feels pretty dang bad. Dr. Duvacus agrees. Can we stop referencing Dr. Duvacus? She stresses that it's important for movement to give you a little zing of enjoyment, or else many of us will absolutely stay in bed watching reruns of Grey's Anatomy instead. Okay, I would like to point out the fact that when you're exercising, you don't really start to get the endorphin release or any of that stuff until you've actually been doing it for a little bit. And I'm not trying to shame anybody. If the only amount of movement you can do is just a few minutes, by all means, do what you can do. Do what is within your health and safety comfort level or whatever. But typically the feel-good feelings that come from working out come once you've pushed yourself a little bit. I actually get high from working out. That sounds weird. I actually get all wasted from working out. You see me there working out, by the end I'm like, dude, what the fuck? All right, and now she's going to tell us the 4 most important types of exercise for those who are able. Getting some workout advice from Tess Holliday. That's good. That's in here for some reason. Strengthening. Definition. Movement that makes your muscles stronger. Benefits. Improves confidence. Helps you feel capable. Lowers blood sugar. Builds bone. The first benefit was improves confidence. Okay. Examples: push-ups, squats, lunges, weight machine, dumbbells, bands, Pilates, etc. All right, and then she's talking about aerobic activity, stretching, balance, and the things that they are good for: boosting mood, makes muscles longer, blah, 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 blah. We don't need to read any of that. Even though the word exercise can inspire night terrors for some people, oh, no, not running. Ah! Oh no, not running. Ah! That's what I usually do. People at the gym are starting to get confused and scared. Every time I show up, I get on the treadmill and I'm like, oh no, not running. Ah! And then I just step off the treadmill and leave the gym. And they're like, why does he keep coming in here? He keeps coming in here and just yelling at the treadmill and then leaving. Can we do that? Is that an actual workout? Does that count? Moving your body should make you feel good, not bad. There are about 47,000 ways to move. Incorrect. 46 is the correct number. And none of them have to make you panic puke. Running isn't for everyone, but there are a lot of things that might feel good to try. Yeah, we don't want to panic puke. Do not do that, please. They don't allow that in my gym. Movements that might not suck. Number 1, VR headset games. Toss on a headset and laser sword the head off a dragon. If you're moving around, it counts. Yeah, you could play some of those VR games to get a little bit of movement. Sure. 2, dance, line dance, salsa, slam dance, or pirouette in the basement around the washing machine. If you use a wheelchair, go for a para-dance class. Bonus, you get to listen to music. Number 3, rock climb. Find an indoor rock climbing place or a literal mountain and have at it. Pair it with a hike or just breathe in all the ways you're benefiting your body, mind, and spirit. Digital geocaching. Rec league sports. Backyard games, build stuff, play laser tag or paintball, move with an audio book or podcast, use a pull-up bar. Okay, so she was going over various exercises that you can do that are not exactly the gym. They're a little more fun. If you're interested in that, fun. Everything should be painful all the time. Otherwise, it doesn't feel like I'm alive, because that's all I know. Sorry about that. Okay, so you want to try moving your body, but you feel like the most unmotivated person alive. Movement should make you feel good from the inside out, and it's extremely important to listen to yourself. Before you toss on your gym shorts, ask yourself if you feel energetic, stiff, in need of a stretch, bored, or restless. Well, I mean, we don't need to try to convince ourselves to not work out before we work out every single time. If you answer yes to any of those, you might need to move, but sometimes rest really is what your body needs. Yes, and sometimes excessive rest is actually bad for us. If we do nothing but resting, it's not really a rest. Rest comes after you work out or do some sort of activity. If we're always laying around, it ceases to be rest, because we're not resting from anything. But sometimes rest is what your body really needs. If you find yourself longing for a nap, feeling sore, or completely disinterested, trust yourself and take a break. You haven't found something that fits you very well. Your brother tells you you're bad at sports. You don't know how to use your mom's weight set in the garage and will absolutely never ask because, well, mom issues. What? Why wouldn't I just ask her how to use the weights in the garage? I can't speak to my mom because I'm so socially inept that I can't ask her a question. Mom, you yelled at me one time. I can never speak to you again, or something, I guess. I don't know. Cool. You haven't found the right fit yet, but you won't if you don't try stuff either. You might be a yoga guru or kickboxing genius in the making. You never know until you give something a whirl. Okay, and we're gonna wrap up the book right there. Okay, those particular pages were very interesting. She tried to say that your weight is genetic. If your ancestors survived a famine, that's why you're overweight. I feel like she also tried to discourage people from working out and make them feel self-conscious. People are going to be judging you for sweating or wearing the wrong clothes or XYZ, and I don't think that's really helpful. I don't think it's helping anybody to give them the idea that people are judging them when they go to the gym, especially since nobody is. I've never seen a larger person at the gym and thought, oh my God, what are you doing here trying to better your life? Look at you. I've never judged somebody for sweating, especially when they were exercising. That's kind of the point of exercise, you know? That kind of just means you're doing a good job. Look at you over here sweating. It's almost like you're getting a good workout. What? A lot of that seems like it was written by somebody that's never been in a gym before. So she had a lot of wacky ideas in there that I completely disagree with, but what do you think? Leave a comment below. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.